guys, welcome back to Haywire Homestead. We haven't been on in several days. We've just had a whole lot going on and filming just wasn't really possible. A lot of emotional ups and downs. Maggie, our 10-and-a-half-year-old lab, had bone cancer, and unfortunately we had to put her down on Thursday. So it's kind of been rough. Without her, house feels kind of empty, even though we still have Anna. It's been very cold, and any of you that live where it's really cold in Florida, I'm thinking of you because I know it's really cold in Florida right now. Unusually cold, but it makes things harder just overall outside. It makes things rough trying to get things done. Sorry, I had to put a glove back on. It is not even above freezing. We have had wind chills in the single digits. Today, well, it's a couple of light flurries fluttering around a little bit just now. But today it was 24 this morning, wind chill of 13. I'm kind of over this cold. I know it's cold. Worst places I used to live in Alaska, but I just don't do well in the cold. So we had the loss of Maggie. We have a baby goat with joint ill, which we've never dealt with before. So we had to take her to the vet because when she wasn't using the leg, I was afraid that it was actually broken. It was swollen and painful to the touch. I thought maybe mama stepped on her or the other mama butted her or something. We do dip the navels to be as a preventative. She got plenty of colostrum. It's just a fluke thing that happened. So she's currently being treated with antibiotics. Today, thankfully, that happened on Saturday. So today, thankfully, is the first day she hasn't had a fever when I've gone out to check on her in the morning and give her meds. And I forgot the baby bottle. So our bottle-fed babies seem to be not wanting as much milk replacer. They are, we've been supplementing, feeding them. So we dropped it down to twice a day instead of the 3 times we were doing it. And mama does seem to be letting them nurse more often. So it's no sense in meaning to do as much support for them. We've had illness in the family lately. So I don't know. I guess this video is just about rolling with the punches. We've had illness in the family. My grandmother has Alzheimer's. We moved her to assisted living. She's really having a rough time. It's just a horrible, horrible disease that's been causing a lot of heartache for our family and definitely for her with everything that she's going through. I feel like this is a video of rambling. It's rambling. We got... I'm not even sure what this video is supposed to be about anymore. We got 8 new hens that were born in September. I bartered for them using things that we've made and produced, jams and jellies and elderberry syrup and things like that. So that was pretty cool. But I was able to barter to get some new laying hens. We are just trying to push forward. I am waiting on a gentleman from the ag department to let me know when he can schedule my flock inspection for my chickens, so that way we can sell our eggs at the market. I am also now signed up to do a brand new market that's up and coming in a very urban area, and it's actually ironically not too terribly far away, but I am very hopeful that that is going to be a success. What else did we do? We got our scale, our produce scale certified, so we can weigh produce at the market. So just trying to keep going, even though there's a lot personally going on that's making life a little difficult emotionally, stress-wise. I'm having a flare-up of my Hashimoto's. Part of it's my fault, part of it's the stress. I have been eating some sugar. Sugar's bad. So I've been emotionally eating a little bit, and that has caused some issues for me. So I am on my way to getting back to eat, you know, drinking just water and eating vegetables. It's a lot easier to eat vegetables in the summer when they're fresh and just go outside and pick them than having to go to the grocery store. And honestly, the produce is either less available, there's definitely less selection, and it's not quite as nice as it normally is. Even with winter, you know, I've not noticed having quite as much issues with things not being very nice. I have a lot of things to do today and trying to get myself motivated. Right now I'm trying to warm back up. What we're getting ready to do is we are looking at registering the farm as an LLC. LLCs do a couple things. They allow you to protect your personal assets, as well as making just, you know, we can say, okay, this is the cost of running everything on the farm. And it'll be a lot easier during tax time whenever we're filing taxes. So let's see, what else is there? Kitchen plans are still in the works, trying to figure out exactly how we want to do the kitchen, if we're going to change the design or leave it the same, if we're going to repurpose the cabinets or if we're going to buy new. Oh, lots and lots of stuff. Oh, I guess, like I said, this is kind of a video about rolling with the punches, and, you know, homesteading is not easy, stress isn't easy, but you got to keep going. Make sure that you take care of yourself, obviously, health-wise, so that way you can handle those stressful things. We are in the process of making our lists of things that have to be done before spring. Our master bathroom was remodeled because the shower was bad. We had a contractor do it. They did not do things properly. We had to go back and redo things, and we've got to finish that up. The kitchen is on that list as well. Hopefully we can get the kitchen done. The kitchen, I'm not sure will be done. I'm just hoping to have the kitchen done before I start canning. We need to build the new hoop chicken tractor. Hopefully there'll be a video on that. We're going to be repurposing some things to make that. Part of that is going to be made out of an old dog kennel that I had purchased used quite a few years ago. The high tunnel needs doors built on it. We have part of the materials to start doing that, so that's going to need to get done. So the high tunnel doors, the exhaust fan needs to go in it as well. We need to pull all of the garden fabric out and add compost that we've been composting. It's been sitting there for over a year. That will go in, it'll be tilled, the fabric will go back down so we can prepare for the season. I am going to be taking soil samples to the ag office to check and make sure that it is, you know, that both gardens have what they need, and if we need to add anything to them. And then seed starting will be coming up in the next week and a half. We're going to be starting our spring seeds. So the colder crops, cabbage, carrots, cabbage, onions, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, and then probably some greens. Those will be going in here before we know it. And I am itching to grow things. I did already put some potatoes, sweet potatoes in water to start my slips. I have some in the closet that are trying to start their own slips. So it's a little too warm in there. Storage of potatoes is definitely an issue for us. But lots and lots and lots of things going on. I don't want to keep on rambling, but, you know, let me know what you guys have got going on. You know, what are your plans for the next couple of weeks on getting some things done? And I just want to give some encouragement because, you know, as I start to make the lists and divide them up and go, okay, you know, and then we're going to have to prioritize them. It gets pretty overwhelming looking at the list. It's very daunting. You know, there's only so much I can do by myself. My husband works full time. The kids definitely are a great help, but there's limitations on them as well. Gabe has wrestling and they both go to school. So it, you know, it makes it hard. And then we also try to, you know, go help my parents out. And, you know, there's just always seems like there's not enough time in a day. But the thing is I like, even though when I first look at the lists, it's so overwhelming, as we start checking things off of the lists, oh, it makes you feel so accomplished. Even if it's just 2 or 3 things and the list is 20 long. I mean, just knowing I'm able to cross something off makes me feel better. And I do that every day. I do that whether it's these big projects that we're making a list for, or I make myself a list for things that these are the things that I have to get done today, whether it's laundry, dishes, dinner. I will make a list and cross things off because then I feel like I've achieved something, and that helps me keep going. So just that encouragement. I'm going to hop off of here, grab myself some breakfast, warm up a little bit, and start the rest of my day. Everyone have a good one.